Given that we took the break last week and took a break the week before, so 2 weeks since we've actually played this campaign. Last session, after locating Luna, you
Wrong character.
no, yeah, but after locating Dove, Morgan paid the bail
Is it
for
on?
her. Should be. Is it not?
It's just a light.
I don't think there's any way of telling if it's on or not.
It normally glows blue.
Yeah, normally
light?
glows blue.
Oh.
It's a blue light.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you have to restart that.
No, it's on now.
Hello. There we go. It's different now. Better. Hopefully better audio now. It's not gonna go.
It's not gonna go what?
Yeah, exactly. But after locating Dove, Morgan paid the cost of bail to allow her out. At which point they set up the date for your trial, which is just from that point 3 days.
Is it 3 days or 2 days?
At that point, it was 3 days.
Okay.
We took some time to gather yourself, gather your friends, and figure out what your next step is. With the aid of Izak, you were able to go to the foxhole and meet up with a woman who is very keen in the art of crafting papers, because you did not have any records of yourself or who you were, and also had a set of papers made up from Mulian as well. Mulian's tape would be a little bit longer, but you needed yours rushed, so you had to pay extra for it, and yours should be ready today. You need to get a long night's rest for one night. Everything, you guys dealt with your own things and went about on your own. During the course of the next day, when you were able to, and you already have picked up your false paperwork, on your way throughout the course of that day, Izak had another conversation with his boss, Mr. White, and had learned about an accident that had happened in the mines as of late, where they were attempting to expand one of the tunnels. The previous tunnel line, they had now stopped digging down, and they were starting a new line and progressing further in. And as they were doing that, they opened into a pocket, which happened to be a kobold camp. The kobold camp proceeded to attack the miners, and in doing so, in the searing panic and chaos that ensued, the fire elemental that was being used as a power source for a lot of the more heavy-duty machinery, as well as like focused either explosions or other things, his containment cell was ruptured and was set free. He seemingly went down another corridor, back down the initial mine that they had just abandoned to pursue this new one. Tunnel, not mine. So they are both still in the same mine network, just down a separate tunnel. So there is both a loose fire elemental and a kobold camp down within the mines themselves. You were informed of this, and there was also some other small jobs going out throughout the city, but this was the most major and potent one. And though it is not your responsibility, that he does not actually have any decree saying that you have to do this. It is something that you could, that with his aid and with his seal, could get in there and help alleviate the problem, both bolstering the name for him as well as for yourselves, and not necessarily needing to go after. Given their both, you could choose to pursue one and come back, or just pursue one, or do neither, and so on and so forth. But we do find you have now returned from the house of Mr. White, and you are all staying in one of his many homes throughout the city, and are all back convened at the manor where you are currently dwelling.
I believe we discussed last time, we said we did decide to go to the kobold thing, because that would help you be able to say that you're not malicious towards the city in any way.
Yes. I think that's what we said. And it was inside of the city, so that way I'm not leaving the city and I get in more trouble.
Should I get my papers first?
Your papers won't be ready for 2 weeks.
Oh, I thought it was done today. Or was that
No,
somebody
that's
else?
me.
That was you,
That's
sorry.
mine.
Wait, so this
That's why,
incident
that's why
occurred
your
at the
papers
mines
are 12 gold. That's why hers are
outside of the
65
city limits, or
They're technically
65 what?
part of it,
Gold.
but
Gold.
it's kind of like
it's outside the
train
wall,
line.
but
It's
it's
outside the
still
wall, but it's technically
Okay.
still part of the city.
Gotcha.
Oh, she had to be expedited. That's right.
Hers was a
I
rush
okay.
job, and it had to be
Oh, right.
forged based on hers.
Right.
So it like quadrupled the price.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
All right. So no matter what, we're going to the mines, correct?
See,
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we can determine what is the better choice, which way is better prioritized. The kobolds could be attacking the miners, or the fire elemental could be killing the miners as we get there. So
I do have,
we have to determine what is the bigger threat when we actually get there.
I do have two questions though. Do any of you have experience fighting kobolds or fire elementals?
No.
Because
I know, being from the mines, would I know a little bit about fire elementals and how they're utilized?
I would assume I would know at least a little.
They're
about
really
kobolds.
what?
I would also assume that I would know about kobolds if they're in the Undercroft. If they're Undercroft.
well,
What is your goal? So for you, the fire elementals were being only used as a power source. Another, and third party or another group was in charge of trying to actually capture one of these creatures and lock it. And then once it was locked in, the use of like using its powers were kind of just like funneling the fire, essentially using them as like a never-ending furnace.
Mhm.
That was a big event. They were on a semi-mobile platform in a very large encasing. Kind of think literally a furnace. There was a small window that you could look in and see the fire elemental inside, but really no way for it to get out.
What would they be inclined to attack miners, or would they be more scared and try to like
For what?
flee for the fire elementals?
Fire elemental was like 15 or 20 feet tall. It's a huge creature. Like,
Would they be inclined to attack the miners, or would it flee?
You would not know personally what
Okay.
they would do. You basically have used it as a furnace source. It's just how much time, given how much time soot spent.
It probably
in
is like a
mines.
newer utilization.
It's a newer thing, and it was merely just an engine. Like it went in there, and then most of the miners never actually touched it. They just dealt with what
Mhm.
came out of it, and those were just funneled or used for cutting and drilling and so on and so forth.
The elementals are unpredictable, so I don't know what it would do if it got out.
The reason I'm asking is just in case we run into the fire. And say we decide to go for the kobolds, or if we do decide to go for the elemental, we run into it. I have arrows. I don't know what arrows are going to do against a bunch of fire.
Probably nothing.
That's why I'm trying to know what would be our plan of attack if we end up having to fight a fire elemental. Kobolds, I can just stick an arrow through their heads, but fire elementals, I can't.
We could be crafty.
I mean, magic. Not magic. Magic.
Uh,
Not magic.
He is magic.
He's magic?
I've seen him cast dancing lights.
I thought he was a fighter.
I have seen him cast dancing lights.
Okay, yeah, I was glad he was magic, so to some extent.
We're a magic here. We're a wizard here. We're all wizards here,
We're all
right?
wiz-
Yeah, give me some torches. I'll quickly cast dancing lights too.
Katie's a wizard.
he's a warlock. I'm a wizard.
Katie's a wizard.
You guys want to get underway then?
Sure. Yeah, we need to go
You didn't
now.
watch my video
like,
that I made of you, did you?
Early as possible.
No.
Oh,
Good to go?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
Go team.
We still don't have a name, do we?
No, we'll worry about that later.
All right.
Yeah, we're also still talking
Dimitri,
about
what,
possibly being employed.
what name should we have? All right, let's go.
I agree. I like
Alright,
that name a
cool.
lot, actually.
We'll never know.
Yeah, which video?
It's the Flow Getters.
All right.
The
We'll take
the
the
one-shot
first
video.
train out
Forgot
that we
about.
can to go to the mines.
The
Slow rider.
short.
What's the name
Yeah,
of this
you
one?
guys
No.
hop on the line that gets you. You know that there is a separate line from the mining district that actually takes them to the mines themselves. So you guys easily get on the train. It takes you directly over there, and the lines are semi-connected, hence they need to be worked on. It's not like hundreds of feet away. They're actually it is the quickest way to get to the next point. As you guys are getting off the initial train itself, you guys have just gotten on, walked over to the nearest station, rode it a couple of stops, and got off, and then you go across a little bit over to a different track. As you guys approach, you can see that this is the spot where all the miners would have been going, but right now the mine is shut down. You can see that there's a number of dwarven guards on duty, and the train is just kind of just sitting there, just engines off, just.
I approach.
Good afternoon.
Brother, I imagine that the lines are not going right now with the attacks, correct?
They're going as on a need-to basis. If other officials or if different work needs to be done or investigations, then lines do run. Do you have business here today?
We need to get out to the mines where the kobolds and such are attacking. We have inclination to try to lend a hand.
Okay, I appreciate that. Who sent you, or by what decree? Do you have a summons
I think this will
order?
take care of it. We're here on behalf of Mr. White, sir.
Which summons are you? Because you didn't take anything from it. You took the job description.
Those are
You
socks.
you said you this. It's socks with a Mr. White like hand woven.
I think this will take care of it.
You took what he received, which was the job description.
You said that I could present something like it like so I figured that I would have something that would, like, since I have like a pouch of money from him, I thought maybe I'd have like something that like with like
I'm a
Steel
bag of
saying
cash.
I work on behalf of Mr. White.
Here's the company credit card. You can use that. What?
Okay, can I have you roll a
Photo
deception check?
ID.
Can I have you roll a deception check?
Jesus
Bomb
Christ.
goes off downtown. You're like, hey, I have a briefcase full of cash. Let me through.
16.
16.
Yo! Oh my god. There was a guy. I'm not saying this on camera.
Do it later.
I'm sorry, this is merely documentation of what had recently occurred. If you want to be getting in there today, you'll need some sort of order allowing you in. Or if you're part of the mines and are part of higher officials, if you have any paperwork to prove that.
I wouldn't have any paperwork to prove that I was once a miner, correct? Or
Did
what?
you take anything with you when you left the city, or would you have left that in your...
That would have been with my pack. I mean, we were at the manor, and I had the box of my stuff. If we were going to the mine, if I had documentation that said like that, like
Roll a d20. Let's see.
Yeah,
If you had not had it on your person, we'll roll a d20, and you need to roll above a 16 for it to have been in that box.
Is your
6.
animal able to
6.
I have papers.
Where's the-
I was once a miner here.
These.
it-
Thank you.
Listen, we need to be
She's a
at the
weasel
mine
right
to
now.
help our
Can you turn
fellow
into like an
brothers
eagle or a
in-
bird that can
in-
fly
in-
quick?
It's got
They're
time to
in
take
danger,
minutes.
and we can lend a hand.
That's a
I
ritual
understand
Try-
that, but
listen,
sending
listen,
random
listen.
civilians
Don't-
is only going to make things
We are not random civilians. We have a lot of
Takes an hour to do.
capabilities. Trust me. Listen.
Roll
I know
a
that. I
persuasion
know
check.
that.
Is the man a dwarf?
Yeah, is it war?
I can heal people. There may be injured miners.
That was cocked.
Can I roll persuasion?
Come on, dice. Fucking
Can I
natural
ask
too.
for a
So
request?
Yeah, you can roll one too.
Thank you. I'm searching for it.
Wait, give me 1 second before it.
it's not good.
I need you to roll at disadvantage.
Can I?
Racist asshole.
Can I?
Yeah, that's
Can
the
I
face
roll
that
with?
I got on
Can
this
I
one.
roll?
He does
Can I
not
roll
like
with
bullying.
advantage because I'm appealing to his sense of dwarfkin? Dwarfship? Dwarfship?
Straight roll for you.
Okay, 2.
Sense of dwarfism.
Wait, can I make a request?
Okay.
While they're trying to get into it, can I just sit on like the corner, like in a corner, and just try to change Gale from a weasel to a bat?
How long does that
It
take?
takes an hour. So that's why I was just like, oh, let's just see how long it takes. So I tried.
I cast inflict wounds at 2nd level.
Yeah, you can go
I
and sit
don't.
down and start the ritual in a corner of the station.
Okay, great.
The station's right now empty because nobody is.
I have another question then.
Okay,
Do I-
okay, I'm gonna do that.
He turns back and yeah, I'm sure that you can heal mighty fine, friend. I'm sorry, but without any sort of things, it's a liability. Without you're under strict orders to not allow any
Liability,
randoms.
liability. This a technical order. That what happened to good old fashioned protection?
How
So,
long will it
please,
take
Scott,
to get back to
let's
Mr. White's
just go.
house and get documentation?
I'm actually trying to
There I
remember
go.
something right now. I'm trying to remember if we have any kinds of messenger birds or anything, so I can sending stone him and see if he's willing to just quickly send the bird out here with a scroll or
Yeah,
something.
you'd get. There would be
Can we
messenger
follow the
pigeons.
tracks?
Mr. White.
It would take a long time to get to.
Yeah, you guys would have some sort of ways of
Can we find a way to
sending out messages.
Can I just yada yada saying, can you please send sort of documentation
No,
to get
you
us
have
into this?
25 words. What are you saying?
Oh, Mr.
Aha.
White!
It's
Hello,
Yazaki.
Mr. White. That was syllables, not words.
Hello. That was syllables. So you got 3 more. That was
Hello,
syllables.
Mr. White. 3.
Shit, fuck, I mean,
We are at the mine entrance. What mine entrance is this?
Add 4 more. Are you asking me that?
No, that's above
so
table.
Are you doing this before
I don't know.
planning out?
Yeah, I would have
Okay,
been.
so
Because I'm assuming I would have known where I am.
you're at the train line into the mines.
Train line into the mines. Can you please send a messenger bird with documentation to get us in? Pretty please.
Pretty.
sends a beautiful fucking document.
I had 3 charges.
I'll
Is there-
draft something up immediately. Stay there,
Oh, God.
like you call me pretty.
I'm out of words. I can't explain it now.
I go sit next to Dove and wait.
I knew this would take an hour.
I'm sad
Can I
at
have you
how
just
far
can
we
I
have
have you roll
fallen.
2d20s?
We haven't fallen at all. We've been walking the whole time.
I mean,
First one's 2,
metaphorically,
second one's
my
a 1.
people have
2 and a
fallen
1.
to being lapdogs.
My God, Andres.
Send your bat to echolocate the bird. It's clearly lost.
What were you before lapdogs?
They were paid.
If you were to
Wait.
About-
believe the stories, we were
About
proud and
8
great
minutes,
people.
8 to 10 minutes go by.
That
And
self-determined.
then, what's your passive perception?
You're self-determined, I can tell you that much.
My passive
Never
perception
works
is about
like you.
14.
I'd say you're all probably
Um,
self-determined.
About 8 to 10 minutes
Like
go
it's
by
not
before
that
you just
guy.
feel on your shoulder
That guy's a dick.
as you look. And,
Yeah.
And
Help her to help us.
Oh, that kind
Mr.
of
White's
addictive.
pseudo dragon is just sitting on your shoulder
You're not a bird.
with a scroll in its one of its claws.
I take the scroll and piss
Ah.
the dragon.
He just takes off.
I didn't give him a treat.
Here is your precious paper.
Roll the
Here
natural,
ye
roll the
hear.
natural 20 on his stealth. He just went. Also, that was to determine how long it took him to fly there. I rolled real low. He he flew real fast.
Good rolls then.
It's a Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah,
roast.
low was good. But high was bad.
Don't
If
say
you rolled
that.
2 20s, 40 minutes.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
So
Could've sent the
$5
bat
for
by
them
now.
biscuits.
I know. It was so good.
You walk back over and you hand it.
I'll
hand
throw an
it
extra
to
butter.
the guard. Just one moment. Goes and steps goes into goes into the ticket office. You watch a light goes on inside of it, and then a couple of minutes go by. He comes out with a like a scruffy looking halfling comes out, along with behind him a gnome. So it's just they're all short, but it's just descending order at the same time. Paperwork seems to be in order, and so we are conducted. Your conductor, he will take the train straight out. He is, or how long? Explain to him. You guys can have a conversation as to your intent on how long you're going to be there. That way, we can establish whether how long our train line needs to stay there, or how frequently we need to do pickups back out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So it's like people could have died in this 10 minutes, but sure. Glad you're not gonna get in trouble.
That is literally him. That is literally exactly what's going through
Walks
his mind.
past and I'm like, I could be sparing the dying right now, but instead I'm waiting for bureaucracy. Okay.
Alright. The halfling walks over. Alright, you guys are the ones who woke me up.
That would be us.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, you going on the mine?
Yes, please.
Alright.
No, we want to go the other way.
Alright, you're on the wrong line.
No, we're going to the mine. We need to go to the mine.
Are you doing recon? Are you just trying to assess damage? You coming back? What's the
I guess we're doing great.
We're doing a recovery mission.
Doing a
drop on,
recovery.
pick up? How long are you gonna be there?
We're a
Recon
strike
and
force.
Yeah, recon and develop it and taking care
Development.
of developing, looking into a developing situation to see if, and deciding then if we need to proceed with any further actions immediately.
4 days.
4 days?
No, we can't do
days.
4 days.
Trial.
What are we going to
I have a
eat out in the
trial, a
mines? Just
trial.
rocks and stones.
One at a fucking time. What?
Sorry, I'm gonna do a one.
We
criminal or
can't do
something.
4 days. She has a
Why not?
trial.
Oh, it's very
I
much.
have
But
a
just-
Well,
child.
then you gotta get back sooner.
Parking
All right.
Mother.
If there's people dying in the mine, I'm not gonna be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go to court.
All right.
If someone's like bleeding out. We
I don't gotta talk
stabilize
for this.
everyone, and then we have to go fight the fire elemental.
I'm sorry, I double parked at town hall. I gotta go.
Exactly. Oh god.
That car that flipped over in front of me, it happens. I'm like, fuck this. I'm out of here. I gotta go home.
Jury duty.
God.
I left the oven on.
Can Mr. White get an extension on her trial then?
I don't think we'll literally be in there for 4 days. If anything, I imagine we'll be here like one night.
All right, fine. Let's go and see what happens.
When's
then.
my
You're gonna find a
Tomorrow.
mass casualty
Tomorrow.
incident. A mass
Great.
casualty incident, and you're gonna
Guys.
try and do it in 1 day.
Did they say what
Okay,
time
sure, let's do
tomorrow?
this.
Whoa.
That's great.
Motherfucker.
Half of your workforce dies.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Does
Sure,
my
one
bat come alive?
Okay.
You were not. there now.
Fuck, alright, she's
I
still
thought
a
it
weasel.
was noon. I thought your trial was at noon.
They didn't give us a
They
time.
didn't give us a time, so I don't know what time my trial is.
I vaguely remember your trial being at noon, and then we said we would have to meet up with Mr. White immediately after at like 3.
Fuck the trial.
They didn't give
There's
us
been a
They
cave
did not give us a
collapse.
time.
I believe that was-
People are
That
dying.
was something else.
Fuck the trial.
I'm trying to roll for deception.
I'm sure the 50 dwarves that we saved will vouch for her.
All right,
They won't have
let's
much.
go
They won't have
down
much
there
say.
and start, and then hopefully get back in time for the trial.
Alright, she's
What
still
about
a
you,
weasel
Larry?
around my neck.
My leg don't work.
Oh,
Not much of a mind or
Alright,
anyone
on
from
the train.
Onto the train.
yeah, on the trainery, in the
Okay.
tunnel.
On the train.
On the
Let's get
train.
on the
Alright,
train.
are you? When am I picking you guys up? That's my question.
What time is it now?
Right now?
Time to get on the
Are you not making day
I'm on the
trips
fucking
anymore?
train!
Shut up.
No,
Step off.
You're
Mine
not
shut
making
down
day-
today.
today.
Yeah,
But what about tomorrow?
Unless something happens tonight, it's probably going to be closed tomorrow, or they'll be running, or we'll do the split
Dawn
line and we'll go to the other
tomorrow
track.
Have him pick us up?
I was thinking like 6 hours, and if we're not here, just return back once every hour from then on, if that's possible.
6 hours?
I was
Wait,
gonna say,
what?
You guys are trying to handle a mass casualty incident on your own clock. You guys are out of your fucking minds. A mine collapse, a fire elemental escape, there's dead dwarves, dead and dying, and you guys are
Alright.
like, can we handle this before lunch?
Okay,
literally,
Get out of your fucking mind.
literally 9/11 happened,
Oh
and it's
my
just like,
Ah!
oh, man, I got a dentist appointment.
Okay, we'll have him.
And just like
Come
that,
back.
we're demonetized for this episode.
Sorry.
Yeah, honestly.
Sorry.
We'll have him come back at dawn tomorrow, assess where we're at, and go from there.
Okay.
We just need to plan a pickup time. I'm not saying we're going to leave at dawn tomorrow.
Well, my
You
trial-
are getting to court.
It's
We're
about quarter to
taking-
6 right now. Am I picking you up at midnight or not?
Pick us up show up at midnight. If we're nowhere around, pick us up at dawn.
Alright.
But I feel like I shouldn't go because we don't know what
Dove.
time I.
Doug, you're
We
trying to help
need
the
you.
town.
But if my trial's at
We
dawn,
need you.
I can't leave to go to
My
the mine.
people need you.
Oh, I know your people need me. But I'm just saying, if my trial's at dawn because they didn't give us a time, I can't be in 2 places at once.
Fuck
They
the
can
trial.
wait.
Fuck
They
the
can
trial.
wait. We can get in
Fuck your
touch
trial.
with Mr. White.
Besides, if they also ask why are you late,
You're helping
Bag
the
of
town.
cash.
Yeah, my bag of cash. No, it's like we were doing this job.
Another piece of paper.
Yeah.
Why were you late? Because she's dead. As I hold her head up.
Oh my,
Oh my
god!
God.
Oh, shut up.
30 minutes late, and Zach's like,
I'm here on her
Die.
behalf.
Alright. Like, I can't mend that.
she
Yeah.
fucking
I
died.
can't mend.
Yeah, do public service.
Alright, on the train.
Alright.
It was
So what
about-
time are we getting picked up?
Either
He's
midnight
coming
tonight
at
or dawn
midnight.
tomorrow.
If we're not there, he's coming back at dawn.
Okay, midnight and dawn.
How are we gonna tell time in the mines?
We're gonna pray, okay? Just get on the fucking train.
We're on the train.
Have we been on the
Have we?
train?
Nice.
Get on the train.
Train!
As you guys are, you can get on any car except for the third one.
I get on the
I want to know what's on the third one now, but I get on the fourth, I guess.
Thank you.
You hear them pull the train whistle.
Kazoo?
Can you mage hand the train whistle from here?
Yeah, probably. If it's close enough.
Way on the railroad.
You guys have about a little over an hour train
We're
ride.
just gonna start.
That's where you arrive.
That wasn't the song.
Gail's becoming a bat. Thank God. I sit in a chair and I just
Yeah, right now you're just sitting on you're in an empty train car, just the six of you.
great. I'm sitting on the floor and making
I'd
Gail
like
a bat.
I'd like
Actually,
to talk to the conductor.
Your mom was home when you left.
You're in the fourth car.
That's right. I can't get to him because I can't go through the third. Damn it! This
yeah,
is a minor
Gail's
oversight.
gonna be a bat.
I go start knitting, I guess. I can't figure it out.
Start knitting.
Fucking knitting. Who the hell are you?
Logan, what are you knitting?
A sweater. Do you need
Sweater.
one?
It's not that cold. It's like.
It's like literally fall.
Well, okay, fine. I guess
Hold
it's,
on,
I get this sweater
Hold
weather.
on, my
It is sweater weather.
It's
It's
sweater
Sweater
weather.
weather.
It is sweater weather.
Can you
Hate
make
that.
Can you make
Can't say
green
that.
mittens?
Who?
Can you make
Green?
green
It's a
mittens?
bright sunny fall day. It's
I
like
only have
50s
blue
and
yarn
60s.
right now.
Right
Go
now.
buy some green and then we'll go.
It's right around this
Okay.
time.
Yeah, it's right around this time.
Although it's
Actually,
not
literally
today.
when you
We'll
guys
add to
had
list of
started,
things
it
to
was
buy green yarn.
your contract was for September.
But you should
Yeah,
be
it
making
was,
that fucking yarn
22nd
right
of
now.
September was the day
Huh?
you guys
You
got
should
on
be
the
knitting right now.
airship. You guys are in October at this point, actually.
Wow, that lines up eerily well.
Wow. It's like you planned.
You guys started on the 22nd day of September.
is me
and then
knitting.
it would have been.
I've known you
It
guys.
would literally be like right around October 4th, like right around that, because you guys had about 7 days of air travel, which would put you at 29, and then you've been in the town for about like 4 or 5 days at this point, so you'd be right
Wow.
around October 3rd.
Once you get Gail ready, I hold the little square up to
You have it
her.
right around with the real time of the
Sweater
day.
Sweater for my back, Gail.
Trust you with my lives. You
And
got
then I
to
turn
do it
around and
for
I'm like,
3.5 days.
She's a bat.
And one of them committed
It's
treason.
ironic-
Oh,
it's
yeah.
ironically somehow
I just
the
keep
exact
Keep
same
it, keep
time.
it, keep it. I'll make her a weasel later.
Make her like a cat or something. It's
Yeah.
a
Fine,
But
I'll
you
make
guys
her a
do
cat.
have an hour on
Not
the train.
right now.
if there's
I
anything
know,
you guys
not
wish to
right
do.
now.
I actually would like to do a rundown with you guys.
Yes.
What are your abilities? I've never seen you guys fight.
Magic of the fire variety, mostly.
You'll be great against the fire elemental.
Exactly.
I'm not paying attention. I'm making Gail a bat right now, so I'm just
I have seen
meditating.
you use some sort of like blasting magic also, right?
Yeah, it's lightning and fire mostly.
Oh,
I mean, lightning
Okay.
is probably.
And I'm decent at melee combat, so I'll be right upon.
I have a gun. It's Theta that I pull out the almost finished prototype of Theta.
I'm intrigued to see what he can do.
I can't activate it right now. I can only spin up the battery so many times a day. You're not curious
I
about this,
know.
I put it away.
Okay, I saw nothing.
Sorry, the last person that I talked to the last person I talked to about my Theta that looked like you was he asked a
don't-
little too many questions.
And that's why he's no longer with us.
Oh.
The kid-
It's not what you're thinking.
The
It
pigeon
was
said
fine.
that.
It was
No,
completely.
that was the gnome walking by
unrelated.
for more.
Shouldn't you be?
Yeah, those questions are done now.
What?
No, you said you don't want a question anymore. Okay, got it.
Sure. Okay.
I'll see what he can do when I see it.
Okay.
Anyone
Moving
know
heals
anyone know
people.
what she can do?
She's has a decent amount of magical abilities, varying in elements further than mine, clearly.
So magic. What can you do?
My gun is magic.
Mullion intentionally ignores you.
Magic.
Intentionally ignores you. Looks like annoyed that you're even asking.
Mullion can heal people.
Mullien's a good
He's
healer.
healed many of us many a time.
I've never actually seen you heal anyone.
And I never seen you write that down.
Scared the shit out of me.
Why is that?
Dimitri,
What can you do?
He
Wow.
slices people with a sword and casts dancing light.
Yeah, he's very,
I
he's very
just-
good with the sword.
Oh my god.
Any other special
I
skills?
use this.
Oh, I should probably tell you guys what I can do.
Oh yeah, what the hell can you do?
I can arrest all of you.
Bow. Contractable
Crossbow?
bow, so I can
Regular
hide
bow?
a regular longbow that's contractable, so I can hide it behind.
You just shoot
Contractable.
stuff.
It's a
Like,
contract.
Yeah, why don't you pretend I already
It's a
have it?
disease.
Nah, you don't already have it.
Do you
you
need
got a
long-
longbow.
A
I said
longbow.
you can go for one. There's no opposition, but you gotta hunt it down. You gotta figure out a way.
Did you
Yeah.
mean retractable?
No, not yet.
No, you
No,
meant
just
You
I-
meant
I
retractable.
meant, yeah, when I
You
have
didn't
you
one.
meant
mean
contractable.
I have a contract with this bow.
Longbow.
It's a lease.
I didn't hear your part.
Yeah, I see you go like this with your bow.
Huzzah!
What are you doing?
Uh,
Oh,
Huzzah, I have a bow.
oh,
Longbow.
okay. That was weird that you said huzzah, but okay.
Sorry, I got very
So
excited.
you just shoot stuff.
Yeah, I shoot stuff. But my specialty is actually being able to get the drop on my enemies before they have the chance to get a drop on me. It's actually why I was working solo for the longest time. I'm very good at hiding well in the dark and getting the drop on anyone that I need to get on. Typically before they even have a chance to attack me. Though it will be nice to have someone watching my back this time.
We can coordinate some sort of surprise attack, something like that.
I do specialize in working in the dark as well. It's useful for getting around the city. The city's almost like, it might be urban, but, you know, cities are concrete forests, if you will.
Can all
What's
of us
concrete?
see in the dark?
Made of brick.
I can see in dark.
I can see quite well in the dark as well.
60 feet. I can see fairly well in the dark.
Because I don't know how dark. I've never been in a mine before. I don't know if they're gonna be.
It's dark, but there are sources of light, and Dimitri can provide some sort of light, but it might actually not be advantageous to provide light if we want to get the drop on enemies.
Unless it's the fire elemental.
I'm trying to avoid metagaming what I know about kobolds.
Roll a nature check.
Is Dove a bat?
16.
Dove, not Dove.
Dove is a
Dove's
bat
a
now.
Dove's a druid now.
Excuse me.
Scale a bat.
Is Umbreon okay?
No, Amphion is not okay. She's in hell too.
Yeah, but willingly. 14.
Willingly, she went there.
What
With
is
her
your question
puppies.
Do I know if they
Willingly.
also have dark vision?
about? Absolutely, they live in mines.
That's what I figured, but
I
that's why I
also
said I
went
want
in
to avoid
willingly.
metagaming.
They live completely
Don't
underground
sleep
in
on
tunnels and
mines.
stuff. They
Uh,
thrive in the dark.
You broke Phelan's
I'd
heart.
also like to
I
remind
wish
you
I
then that
crushed
What?
it like
I'd
a
like to,
grape.
above table, remind
Crushed
you that
it like
anything
a
that has
grape.
dark vision,
Crushed it.
I'm
You weren't
invisible
at her
to in the
wedding.
dark.
You're
It's just gonna
invisible?
be funny.
Oh.
Braided your hair and everything.
Things in the dark that normally have dark vision can't see me in the dark. Which is gonna be
That's
funny
interesting.
when you lose sight of me.
Well, they
Crushes
can-
with the wrong
Yeah, they can still target you at
Honestly.
a disadvantage. You're
Yes.
invisible to them.
Scale a
And also
bat.
advantage on stealth and whatnot.
She'll eventually be a bat.
Sick.
She
But they would
will
have
be
no
a bat
reason to
at the
target
end
him
of this.
unless he makes himself known, because you're invisible.
Oh, I also
That includes all of your party. They have no. If you go down.
Yeah, that's the other part.
I see.
We should keep an idea. If you do go after the kobolds, they can see very well in the dark. Obviously, the fire elemental will be hard to miss since it'll probably be glowing. But I am very worried about the kobolds, and
Nick says his character can lift things up and put them down sometimes.
Nice.
Second.
Sick.
Interesting.
so,
That will be useful.
I wonder if he can do it more than once in an action sometimes. I mean, in a turn.
The only useful spell I have a couple of useful spells, but I can go invisible.
Do you guys have any preferences for fighting styles or anything? I'd rather not be knowing how my comrades fight in the middle of the battlefield for the first time.
I think that's a good idea. I try to stay at a distance and use Theta, which is my turret, to either rain down fire on an enemy without them being able to get close to me, or I can put Theta on somebody who is going up and fighting people to try to bolster their resilience. Almost like a shield, almost like a reactive shield.
Okay.
But that wouldn't be for you, because...
I also fight far away, and typically in the dark.
Right.
I try to keep as far away from everyone and as hidden as I can be.
I usually end up right on the enemy.
So you fly close up,
Same thing as Dominatrix.
even though you cast spells as a. Okay, close up. Close up.
I think close up, it depends on how useful my spells are.
What does the bat do?
The bat
That was
just
the bat.
What does the Batwoman do?
Batwoman, what do you do?
I'm still meditating, guys.
She's usually at a distance. She's got some range on her.
Range spellcaster?
She's very similar to me.
Yeah.
I assume cleric things.
William looks out the window in response to you and he says, I'm of no use to anyone dead. I'll stay in the middle of all of you.
That is actually completely
So-
true.
Yeah.
He's
so,
so
He-
emo boy right now.
Yeah. Do you have like the
Not really a
side
fan of
back-
his Activist lists. Not really a fan.
With my lists or my lisp?
Lists. Also, you have a contract with a crossbow? Is it sentient?
Yeah, Boolean does end up in the middle a lot.
Yeah.
And Dimitri up front, I imagine.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Dimitri is probably our most direct fighter.
Yeah.
I'm loud, but usually loud from a distance.
Should we get the opportunity to get the drop on someone, how would you guys like to coordinate that? Ambush style or just all in?
I think,
We definitely should do ambush style.
yeah, ambush makes the most sense.
If it's any help to you, I can cast Mage Hand invisibly. I know you go invisible in the dark, you said. So
Yes.
I could create some type of distraction or something to get them looking in a certain direction with my Mage Hand if they're within range, and then you could go from there. That's something that could be done.
I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
Stop writing that down.
I'm not writing that down. I'm writing what you all can do. I have to write a report, remember?
That's the documentation that we have to get on the trip.
I wrote it on the
Scarring
back.
it up.
I wrote it on the back. Forgot my pen and paper.
The grocery list.
Thanks.
If
Green yarn.
If we seek to ambush a group of enemies, if I can get close or something, or maybe, if I can get close, I can set a kind of trap if we see that they are traveling along like a certain patrol, like patrolling an area. I can set a trap and have that be the trigger for everybody to attack and begin. But
Basically.
it's almost like a magnetic rope that will cinch onto an enemy and pull him into the air, making him an easy target for everybody.
Should we get into an encounter where we are able to ambush, my preferred style would be I would wait for someone else to attack first, whether it be us or the enemy, or should your trap go off, that would be another trigger that I would be when I would personally begin my attacks.
Okay.
I just want to keep that in mind.
What's up?
I said I knit a little plague doctor mask for a gal.
Aww.
So now she's wearing a plague doctor.
Although
Play Dr. Bat.
Although I am personally very good at ambushing, where it might be better if I just don't hold and attack immediately, because that is when I am at my strongest.
You can also attack an enemy and then run away and they don't know where you are. With me, if I start attacking enemies, it's going to be loud and they're going to come towards me immediately. Theta is unfortunately very loud.
I just wanted to let you guys know that should we get a chance to encounter an enemy, and if I don't have time to point it out, I likely, if they don't know where we are at all, we'll discuss best plan of attack. But should we end up in a situation where we're about to fight immediately, I'm likely just going to immediately attack.
That's fine.
That's what I mean. I wanted to let you guys know. You actually have a bat.
That's a bat penguin.
It's a bird.
It's a bird in
Oh,
disguise.
pigeon, sorry.
Pigeon. Wait, she's my bat today.
Metagame pigeon.
The true metagame. If her tail goes.
We will be in the cave, so I can put Theta on the ceiling too.
Yeah.
Should be like a ceiling turret.
I will
Oh, my eyeball.
I would also like to let you
I'm
guys
gonna be
know
sick.
that should I get caught in close range combat, I will likely immediately call for help since you guys can't see me in the mines.
That's fine.
Are you able to do any close-up fighting, or do you?
I'm
stay
not
back?
very good at it.
Fair enough.
Before I met you guys, my entire style was end any situation I would have before it begins. As this, one or two goblins don't hold up when they can't see what they're attacking. But now that I'm with you guys, I'm excited to see what will happen when I'm with the group. It's been a while, as I said.
You should probably be our scout then, taking first position, just so that you would be able to react in the most efficient way if we get attacked. Dimitri will back you up right behind you, and then everybody else will be able to cover you.
Yeah, and if you find any injured but safe area dwarves, I can run in and help them without proceeding to
I also might be
cautiously.
able to patch some things up also as we go.
Yeah, I
I'd like.
think send Mulian into.
Once
Patch people
once
up.
we're in there, I'll likely
I can also patch some people.
once we go from cave to cave, I imagine I'll go around corners, check rooms first, and stuff like that, or check caverns first. But of course, the thing is that literally none of you can see me once I'm in the dark. So if I don't come back after a couple minutes, going after me and hope that I'm not bleeding out somewhere.
Well, we will figure that out then.
Who has message? You have message. Who has message?
She does.
She does. Could you send a message to him, and then if you don't reply,
I'm
But
still not paying
she has
attention.
to know where he is though.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
to
shit,
see
that's
him.
right. I almost wish we had a situation where I would hold something, and if I drop it, you guys
Oh, you
know
can
I'm in
do
trouble.
the.
I have mind link, so I can link with you.
Oh, I can use
Without
magical
having to see
tinkering
him.
to give you an item that if you go down,
Oh yeah.
it'll make a specific noise, like a noise that is unique, but wouldn't be unique in a cave.
Shazoo!
That if I go down or if I drop it.
You'd have to touch it to activate it.
I see. That would be.
Well, I mean, dropping it would probably activate
Does
it.
anybody have a piece
no,
of glass?
it wouldn't.
A piece of glass you can hold in one hand.
I like the magical tinkering idea.
I don't care what you like.
Right, so
Is
we're
this
making-
what's gonna work?
We're making a
I
life
mean-
alert button. Help! I fallen and I can't get up.
Oh.
Well,
Are you always? Do you need to be conscious to be invisible? Is that something you have to actively do? If you go incapacitated, because imagine somebody of your. It's a racial feature or is it a class feature? It's a class. Imagine somebody of your class dies in a cave and is never found. It's just bodies on bodies in this cave.
Yeah, they're just invisibly stacked on top of each other.
all of my magical tinkering things, it's only audible within 10 feet, so it wouldn't really help us that much, unless I could amplify the effect, but I can't really. I mean, rules is written, I can't do that.
Yeah.
again, I can link with him for an hour as long as he stays at least within 40 feet of me. Or I'm to see him to mind link.
Do you have to see me to mind it?
No, I don't have to. You just have to be roughly within 40 feet of me, still going forward.
It doesn't say anything that I have to be that if I'm unconscious, I'm visible again.
it's kind of a byproduct. It's kind of a byproduct of the magic that is fueling you.
Just in case.
So I guess as long as you're still alive, you're invisible.
As far as I'm concerned, if he's dead, he's invisible.
Bodies on bodies on bodies in this
Oh,
game.
Oh my
until-
god, if
until
I go
somebody-
down!
Up until somebody casts
You have
light,
to make
and then
another
all of a sudden you can
character.
see him.
Hey, Isaac
Be able
3.0.
to find me.
You're invisible. We could still
Kick you.
we could still attempt to see you and
Or some
possibly
paint
see
on.
you.
Or we,
Blinding light. Now,
or we could
there I
yell
am.
your name and you could like respond with some type of like cave animal noise.
I'm
Well,
invisible.
if
I'm
he's
invisible
down, he can't do that.
to creatures that rely on dark vision to see.
Oh,
So if
what
I'm
if we have the bat
I don't
track
have
him?
dark vision. That's the thing.
yeah, which
What
means
if
if we're in
what if
dark, you
Gale
just can't see
can
me
track
normally
him?
anyway.
Right.
She's still I'm still making her,
Shut
but
I was referring to your character, by the way. The Lithies when put them down at me.
What's up, baby?
sorry, babes. What the hell?
I had a
Potentially-
side quest to do.
Is your thing good?
Yeah.
Are you done with those errands?
Potentially the
Would you
bat
like a
could
lollipop?
watch him.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would. Thank you.
But the thing
Or be on his
is,
shoulder, and when he goes down, it flies to us.
Yeah.
but the thing is, I had to be linked to her. Above gang, I had to be linked to her in order to see where he is, so I would be out of the
Well, no,
whole
not
time.
saying you watch through her.
This
would be- Oh.
this would
She
be
could, like,
something-
track him
Oh, okay.
separately.
But also, this would be something that, after the fighting has calmed down, we're like, we don't see Isak. Where is he? Is he down? Then,
Well, then
if
Gale
you look
can-
through Gale and he's either down or she sees a dead body. Then.
Well,
Okay.
should you?
Right, is Gale a female or male?
Female. No. Yes.
For-
Fuck, it was a lady.
Female. She's a
Yeah.
female.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
female.
I
I
mean,
kept
it
saying
is-
female, but
this
No, you're
only-
fine.
This only applies to cases with darkness, and you guys could literally just light a torch and see me.
Okay. I
But she can also, above gang, like, because I'm still meditating, she can also just kind of hang
Yeah, I was gonna
above
say,
you.
just hover.
Hover above you,
over.
like, in the mines. She can, like, clunk.
she's our tactical view.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody gets a rock.
Tactical camera.
Evil
Where
vision.
the hell did you get a lollipop from?
I've had this since I was born.
Oh, alright.
Alright, are we
But
at
actually,
the
where'd you get a lollipop from?
If there's nothing else you
My
guys
mother.
wish to discuss, then
I think we're good.
the rest of the time goes by. Your spell completes, and Gale has been transformed into the form of a bat.
She is. You ready for
Um,
this?
Oh,
The train comes to a
She's
stop,
back. Yeah, her.
and the
Dark blue
little
spots.
gnomish gentleman
Oh.
comes over. All right,
Brown
get out.
eyes.
Oh.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back in
Precious.
6 hours.
Thank you. Do you know anything about the kobold camps or anything?
No, I drive the train.
Got
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks.
Actually, I don't
so
even
much
drive the
for
train. I
this.
shovel the dirt.
Thank you so much.
It's very special dirt.
Are there
It is
multiple?
very special. Dirt.
Are there?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Are there multiple paths or just one tunnel?
He's not gonna
Ah.
know.
All right.
Go,
I'm just
go,
asking
go.
around
It's,
us.
it's a mine. It's not just like one big tunnel.
Cool. That way.
What?
Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.
As you get out, you can actually see
Oh, they're so
a
fine.
you can see what's kind of like almost there's a number of like buildings outside of the mine entrance itself, and you can actually see kind of an encampment has been set up. There's a number of tents that have been pitched everywhere, and you can see a handful of dwarves are discussing stuff on the outside.
Does
You can see
anybody?
you can see a large medical tent. You can see a number of other things going on.
Send me in.
Do I see anybody that I recognize? From
You see your boss is at the center of the table.
my boss, my railway boss, or
The like one of the heads of the mine.
oh,
I thought you were fired.
is he on my sheet or do I? What's his
think we
name?
just,
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I am blanking
Ah.
on his name as well.
You know what?
because
I
have
don't
my
want the
notes in
crackers. I
top
just
now.
want to eat the cheese.
Can you give me a sour patch?
Kind of don't want the cheese.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm gonna save this for tomorrow. It's gonna be lunch for tomorrow. Eat smoked mozzarella with crackers.
You're eating more than that, right? Or are you really a
I
bird?
swore I said his name,
No,
but I
I'm
cannot.
saving it for tomorrow.
You said that's your lunch?
Thonmir Kragen.
More a bird.
Thonmir Kragan.
Is that the one?
Dwarven male, ornately bound, gray beard, skin like a mountain range.
Is that
It sounds like him.
Thonmir,
It's a
what was
dating
the first name?
profile.
Kragan.
Dragon?
Kragan.
Kraken?
Kragin.
Kraken. That's what it sounds like. Kraken.
I didn't say that he was specifically my boss, but he is one of the older members of the mine.
He is.
He's been there from birth.
Dropped it
Yeah.
off.
He's an old boy.
Stickiness.
You just make it creepy.
Yeah, you can see Thonmir is there, along with a number of other dwarves. Some that you're like loosely familiar with. None of them are part of the R&D or M division or anything like that. They're all just part of the. Well, actually, yes, the M division, which is the mining.
Well, M division is maintenance, but
But yeah, there's
miners probably have their own whole.
hierarchy and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But Tharmir is there along with.
I'm gonna clip that.
What? What, that dwarves have hierarchy?
Miners probably have their own.
What?
Nothing. Doesn't matter. You're going to jail. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I also
One Muck Delver.
forgot.
Warmuck
I
Delver.
have a
Yeah,
potion
he's
of
the
fire
kind of like the
resistance.
foreman of the mine.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Tharmir
You
is
weren't there.
kind of like the overseer.
Well, the other one
overall.
was.
Kind of is the one who has to like do
That
the talking with
I
the
guess in
other,
that strange town.
other
Yeah.
districts and
I
like
see.
go do the
You-
Lomok
You didn't give me the.
Delver is kind
Or
of
did
the
you give-
no,
foreman
I
of the
took it
mines
back.
itself.
Yeah, I don't have my cyanide anymore.
Nope, I took it back.
Lads, how is everything?
This is no time. I'm sorry we had to fire you. You were gone for too long, but this is not the time or the
No,
place. There's
no.
a lot of bigger things going on.
But no, I don't care about that. How are the boys? What's going on? Are they? What's the most prescient?
So what are you doing?
Well, I brought some people with me, and we're going to go in.
I can heal people. Where's the medical tent?
We're on
There.
we're on
Who
behalf.
wants into the medical tent?
Yeah,
We're on behalf of
we are
Mr.
technically
William.
here on business, but we are here to help.
Goes there,
Okay.
Grabs the paper.
Here's my socks.
Not that one. That's a very special sock to me.
You go up to a car crash. Why are you here? Here's my paperwork saying I need to be
Another guy
here.
Grabs it, like steps aside from mine, grabs it, and is like, "Yeah, it looks all right. Looks official."
Even if it wasn't, what are you gonna do right now? It's a fucking crisis. It'd be like, this is a McDonald's receipt. You're in.
Front lines. Front lines. We need some cannon fodder.
It's fine.
Most of the people got out, fine, but a number of people are missing. Probably about 15 miners are unaccounted for.
Okay.
Most of the people have been sent back on the train lines. The handful of us and a couple of people who stay to manage the fronts out, the buildings out here have stayed because neither the kobolds are not too profound with coming to the surface, so we're not too worried about them coming out here.
How have you heard? Has there been any developments since like yesterday? Like, has there been any like big incursions or you have?
They do not come. Any kobolds have not left the mine whatsoever. They've maintained in there, and our attempts to scout inward have resulted in us discovering that the kobolds have seemed to lay traps along the easiest pathways forward to try to protect themselves.
Fuck. Okay. All right. What's the clearest path? Where have you been sending people?
What do you mean? There's only one path.
Oh.
To each weird.
I thought that it was two different paths.
From what we've established right now, the fire elemental was further up the line, and rogue kobolds, as people were driving him back, it escaped. People who dwarves and other halflings that had been still in line were taken capture or killed or not by the kobolds. And when the fire elemental was set free, either both the kobolds went into a retreat along with some of the dwarves who either ran down other mines or whatnot. It appears that the fire elemental went down the line that we had just abandoned as we were attempting to start continuing a new line that we had recently started digging. And if the kobolds had gone back down that line, given that we had cracked into their den.
Okay. All right. So it seems like not much has changed. All right. What do you guys think? What should we prioritize? Seems like we're going to be encountering traps on the way, but
I do have a question for the chief. Are there any eyewitness accounts of kobolds taking the dwarves or kidnapping them, taking prisoners?
A couple of people said that they were grabbing dwarves and pulling them backwards, but other than the handful that we saw were doing that. But that was last night. Some more people were in a panic running forward, but
It
it was seen.
It sounds to me that we should prioritize the kobold camp because, granted, some of them might have gone where the elemental is gone, but the elemental isn't necessarily hunting dwarves or capturing them. If we go to the kobold camp, we have a chance of saving those dwarves.
I agree. We
agree.
We should do that.
Agreed.
Run up to the kobolds.
Got it.
Objective minded. 4 to 3.
Into the deep.
You run in there.
I'm already in, yeah.
You run in there.
Into
and
the
you can
deep.
actually see that there is
Into a trap.
There are about 15 dwarves that are all on stretchers. Some of them are sitting up. A number of them are lying down. Some of them have puncture wounds or slash wounds, and then a number of them also have burns.
My God.
Of varying degrees. Some of them got like an arrow to the leg or a gash across the arm, and they're kind of sitting up. And other ones have like 3rd-degree burn legs. One of them is half burned across like half of his body, and so on. And other ones, like one guy's just on his stomach, and his whole back is just wrapped up, and you can see like blood spots from like multiple arrows that hit him in the back.
Who looks like they're in charge in this tent, or is it just kind of a free for all?
At this point, it's kind of calm. Everyone looks like they've been
Stabilized. Okay.
because it's been a day. Looks like everyone's been bandaged, and there's just like 2 people.
Dwarf.
Two
Wow.
people just kind of like doing rounds, just walking around checking on people.
Okay.
And they also
Actually,
don't even look like
urgency.
super sterile. They look like they're also like they
going
were
for a second. I was like,
probably
what was
part
that?
of the
Wasn't
mines
no
at
one
some
time.
point.
Mm.
Some of them still have like soot on them and stuff like that, and they're
Right.
So it get blown up.
So, if you're familiar with these mines, do you have an idea where this
Walks over
kobold
to
camp might
one of
be
the
in
people
mines?
making rounds and goes,
No.
I'm Mooley and I'm a medic.
it's
Is
just a
anybody
new
in
line.
severe condition, or is everything
I
stable
didn't
at this time?
take any part in progressing the line in that
Oh.
direction.
Ugh.
So I could take us a certain
Smileys,
amount of the way
smileys.
there, but it could be completely different from when I worked here.
Some people
I
are in
haven't
bad
been here in a
condition,
long
but
time.
I'm assuming the
Right,
mines aren't
right.
exactly just a straight shot then. for
No,
the-
it's a lot
Is
of
anybody at
branching
risk of
paths.
dying at this time?
right now, no.
We should probably ask them
They're
for
all
some sort of
stable
map.
enough.
Getting an idea where
There
there
might be excruciating
that
pain,
camp.
but
My friends and I are about to go in the mine. We might be bringing you more people, so try and get some beds if you can.
okay. We'll see about that. We got a couple of people who could probably get out of beds, and they're probably okay enough to be moved back.
Okay. Happy to see everyone stable in here, and he walks out in a haste. Approaches Soot, Ezek, Dove, Morgan, Dimitri. Everyone in that tent is stable. Are we ready?
There's just one last thing I
Let's
wanted
do
to
it.
ask of the guy at the head of the table.
Never mind.
Do you have some sort of map with any idea of like the caverns, the new line, and where the kobold camp might be, so we're not just going in there blind?
Nope.
Great.
It was very rare that we actually took a lot of notation of where we were going. I mean, it was done, but like I said, it's constantly changing. We work very fast.
That's such a deep sigh.
Okay.
I couldn't think of anything.
A goal.
I'm good for it.
Into the breach.
By now,
You did the
at this point, it is probably close to 8 o'clock.
Alright, we got a haul ass, people. Double time.
I cast aid.
Not too fast though. There are traps.
Double time.
I cast aid on you, and you.
Yes.
Plus 5 temporary hit points
Woo!
for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
Woo.
My leg. It's caught in the bear trap.
To me?
Not you.
Oh.
Not you.
You're not special.
You're not in front.
Yeah, you'd be in the back.
Oh, that's what you get.
You're literally in the back. Wooly's in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, how are
I'm
we
in the
setting
front.
up the?
Question
Maybe
mark.
Sorry,
I'm
it's
from-
plus 5
I'm
to
scout.
target's
I can
maximum
see
Who's
and
first?
current hit points. So it's not temporary. It's
He said
plus
he's
5
in
to your
front.
I am in
max.
Alright, I'll be
current.
second.
So don't do temporary.
Don't do
max
temporary.
And max,
Max
and
and current.
current.
Oh.
Sorry. So
Because
if you get
Max
healed
and
again, it can go
so
back
my
up.
Max and
can
current.
Stack up.
What do you mean?
Max.
So it's max HP.
Max and
modifier.
current.
Right. That way, in case you get healed again from me, it doesn't just
I'm
go up to
assuming
whatever your
I'm
max
towards
is.
the
It goes up
front,
plus
but-
5 more.
Spellcaster said
Got it,
third
got it, got it.
or second, so
Who's going behind Morgan?
I guess me.
I'm in the
Dimitri.
middle.
I'll be towards the front.
Well, I'm assuming that you would be towards the front since you're probably, unless you guys are carrying torches. How are you guys?
I'm in the middle back.
I can see.
Lights.
Are we doing two
Stay close down.
in a row?
It's
Or are we
four
doing like?
lights.
But
Blue.
the, wait, the,
How far does the light go?
I thought we were trying to be sneaky in ambush. The lights will
Lights are
set us
behind
off.
us.
Oh, okay.
Just well enough that you guys can see at least where you're walking.
Well, maybe we should just do
Are
hand
they
on
able to
shoulder.
be dim?
I was
There's
gonna
four
say
of them
hand
each.
on shoulder.
Let's do hand
So-
on shoulder
Hand
until
on
we start
shoulder
fighting.
until
So
something
single line.
happens.
Single line, hand
Single
on
line,
shoulder.
hands on shoulders.
Can I
Okay.
answer his question about the lights? There's 4 of them, and they each have 10 feet of dim light.
Dim can't be seen from very far. It would be enough to at least keep you guys able to
We
see a
can see
trap
what's
in
in
front of you.
front of us. If I,
We definitely
if we
need to
throw
be able to
them
see
overhead.
traps.
And for dark vision to work, I need at least a small source of light.
Alright, so what's up?
Turn your cell phone on.
You're right, I just-
That's a large source of
Okay.
light.
So who's first?
I'm trying.
Is it still going to be Dimitri? Or no, now we're
No,
doing
he's
Izak.
first.
Yeah.
Right, Izak first.
Okay.
Then Dimitri. Then Mogan.
Is the
Then
tunnel?
I'll be next.
Is the tunnel big enough to do 2
Don't
to
put
a
me all the way in the
person?
back.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh,
I'll be
okay. So
behind.
Put
then
him in the
I'll be
middle.
behind. Yeah.
Put me up front next to Morgan.
right
Is
here.
it? Are we doing 2x2?
If it's
We could
big
do-
enough to do 2x2,
We
I'm
can do
gonna
it.
be.
Two
Is
by
it?
two?
We could do
Mines are
V.
about 10 to 15 feet wide
Oh yeah,
because
so then
they need
we'll
to be able
stand
to
next
get
to each other.
machinery in and out.
So you two stay next to
Not
each
to
other.
mention carts of
You're there.
rocket.
You're there.
You can actually
You're
see one
bringing
of
up the
the
rear.
I'll
the
be back.
tracks for like a push cart. And that's it.
Wow, we are so
Are
cute.
there any minecarts nearby?
Oh,
Roll a perception check.
all over.
How the fuck is this
target
shoulder to
space.
shoulder walking going if we're walking 2x2?
Aw.
This dice is going in dice jail. 3.
3? None that you can see anymore.
Man, they must not be using
How-
minecarts
how
anymore.
far
How the
ahead?
times have changed.
How far ahead of me are you?
Uh,
Are you like right in front of us, or there's?
I would say at least 10 feet ahead of you.
Okay, I'm gonna put the one light right above me for the 10 feet of dim light, and then the other 3 are just gonna be
When you're first entering into the
10
cave,
feet back on each thing.
you guys can actually see it. So, like, when you first get to that first entrance into the cave, the first entrance into the cave is like a massive hole. It's probably about like literally like was blown into the rock. So it like
Oh, God.
pretty descends pretty
Oh, no,
quick.
this
Like
is
it
place.
it,
What do I
it,
have?
it
I know.
cones down to a much smaller tunnel pretty rapidly. But that like first initial like 20 or 30 feet is like a 40-foot cavern, like 40-foot hole that has been blasted into the sides of this mountain. As it descends further down, it does narrow, and you can see that there is actually still right now. When you guys were up top in the kind of like this mini town kind of portion of the mine area where they have a place for rest for overnight people, or if they need to take breaks, and there's a place for a bit of food and such like that. There's no real shops or anything like that, but there's a place for food and a place for rest.
There are, but it uses script.
And
True Coaltown fashion.
as you could see that there was actually another larger building that was like giving off smoke, and off of that there was a line trailed into the mine. There's a bit of light for the first section or two as you go in, until you reach this large corridor where it then branches off into multiple pathways down all of them. You can see probably from where you're at, as you enter into this large corridor, there's probably about 5 or 6 different tunnels, but the hookup that was on the wall has ended in this large corridor, and so what light there was stops in this main chamber. That's 5 or 6 different tunnels.
We should probably have some way of telling where we've already been, like when we get further in, so that we don't accidentally loop back on ourselves.
Do one of you guys carry paints or something that can make an arrow on the ground? Or even if you can just like
And take
carve
out
dirt.
or just grab my hand axe. Just go up to which tunnel are you going through?
Well, not right now. We can tell that we're here because our lights, but once we get further in, we might not be able to tell anywhere aside
I'm
from
just
where the
gonna
floor
mark
is.
the things to say we've been here.
I have candles. I have 9 candles.
I'd like to carefully
might
look
be
at
I
the
have
entrances.
9
obvious.
stakes.
Got it. Roll an investigation check.
What I'm looking for in particular are signs of like heavy amounts of foot traffic, because I imagine that's where the doors would have been running from if there was a lot of things coming out. Guys, I'm gonna look for this. Look for signs of this. Anyone want to help?
What'd you get? You already rolled.
He actually hasn't rolled.
Oh, you haven't rolled? Okay, if you haven't rolled, then you can
Oh
ask for
well,
help. But
yeah,
once
I'll help. I will help.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look for
you
dirt.
roll your own.
Oh,
Is there
okay.
any dirt in this cave?
I almost rolled it in my cup.
Nice.
11.
Nat 20.
You see by the depth of the dirt here,
Yeah,
the dirt
you
here is
actually-
pretty much.
I've already made it an imprint.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Soot-
horseshoe.
Soot actually goes over to the one that he knows is not it, but it was the mine that when you worked here was the one that was one of the earlier tunnels dug in this line. Because when you guys were on the train actually diverged and the track did split, and there was originally a secondary mine that was the older one. This is one of the newer mines. So when you had worked there, you go to like the old
I had
one,
my
and you're
first
like,
kiss here.
You're like, wow.
Aww.
only men
Did you hang out with your
It's
sister
really
all the
hard.
time?
Didn't
It's
only
really
men
hard
work
to
on
tell.
Oh,
Oh.
there were
Oh.
female
All the same
miners.
beards.
What? There were female
I
female
was talking about
miners.
him.
And Ash actually never worked in the mines.
I know. He never had a job. He was an anarchist.
I mean,
You're staring down the original mine.
I mean,
where
you're
you
not
actually
wrong.
went down. Looking around carefully, you can actually see where everyone definitely ran out. Clear amounts of traffic, and you can actually see as you follow the footprints. You look up, and you can actually see a new line of lights that are strung up, but they're all dead.
I think we should go this way because it looks like those lights were actually put up very recently. They all appear to be off now. I'm sure
Are
the
they-
explosion had something to do with that.
Nick, can you close the door behind
I agree.
Is it like torch lighting or is it like wired lighting?
you? Wired lighting,
Okay.
or at least some sort of like hookup lighting.
So I'm just gonna have
From the
damn-
top, it was being powered by a power source that was in the town itself
Mhm.
that powered like little lanterns and stuff like that. But inside, once it got to that main chamber, it was there was a second line that started and didn't connect to what was in there.
Should we?
Gonna take a hand axe and just like on one of the sides of the chamber, just like make a mark on there.
Mullion,
Might be a good idea.
Mullion,
Can you roll a
takes,
d20?
Mullion attempts to take out one of the bulbs from one of the lights.
It's an arcane light.
Oh, it's
like-
arcane.
yeah. So as you go to, it doesn't actually have a bulb in it. Got it.
It's like a little crystal, kind of.
Make a note in your axe.
It's a croissant.
One failure.
These magical croissants.
So tasty. You can't have any other grounds.
Paint might also.
So,
Lightning damage.
can I borrow the crowbar of International Waters?
Yeah, it's been dragging against both the floor and the ceiling this entire time, so.
He got wet twice. He was walking and then.
It's like Patrick with the board in his head, but it's just constantly just. Here you go.
Oh god, you broke him.
Here you go.
Just carving
Didn't
giant
you put a
grooves.
blade on the end of this
Yeah,
thing?
there's a blade
Oh
on
my
one end.
god.
It's 2 crowbars and a blade.
Hit the
Isn't there
crowbar.
a
It's a,
camera on it?
no. It's two crowbars and a hatchet axe.
That was it, the
And
hatchet
a hatchet
axe.
axe, yeah.
Hey, Rocks.
So it's effectively like a great axe at this point, more or less.
Basically, yeah.
Because like 8 out of the 6 members of this party can do mending, so we were all like, "Oh, mending!" Fucking weld.
It's basically a grape. JB Weld.
Yeah.
She's like, nah.
All right, Rocky.
It's my fault because I pet her.
I guess not.
Go home.
Yeah, it's basically a great axe right now. That or a war pick.
She's not. She's not gonna go.
Yeah. So you clearly understand which
Just
which
showing.
mine tunnel it was that everyone was fleeing out.
I follow that mine tunnel, and as we're traveling,
And also with a natural 20, you can see the tunnel directly to its left. When you're looking at it, directly to its left, you can see burn marks in the ground. And very, very dim down the tunnel, you can see a little bit of light. Only you can pick up on this, but you can see the burn marks. Anybody you can point out to, they'll see that, but the light is very like almost imperceptible.
guys, look down this tunnel. You have burn marks along the ground here. If you look straight down there, there's a tiny bit of light up there.
I can't see shit.
Well, it's
How
light.
far down is the
It
light?
looks like the
Very,
fire
very
elemental went down that
Need a
path.
number.
You don't.
So then we should go somewhere else.
7.
I looked.
I have
perception check.
120
Roll a
feet of
perception
darkness vision.
I
Darkness
looked
vision.
down the
Go down
tunnel.
this
Dark
original
vision
path.
doesn't help with seeing light.
We should what do you
Natural 20!
Natural 20, you can see it.
Yeah!
I got a 10.
Probably like over 1,000 feet away. It's
One of you
very
guys have
far
a way to
down the
mark this tunnel though is where the fire elemental.
He did.
I have a
He
I
had
hand
to.
you the crowbar of international waters.
no. I have a steak. I have a steak. I give you one of my steaks.
Is it rare, medium rare,
Just
well?
carved giant grooves
It's
in
wooden.
the fucking in the floor and ceiling.
I look for a place
How's
where I
that
can
gonna
stick the
help?
steak.
How's that gonna make it into any rock?
I don't fucking know.
Lillian, don't you
Rock
have a
and stone?
candle?
Not.
Yeah.
I don't
Do you
have.
want to just leave a candle?
Do we have
I was
candles?
told
Lillian has
I
candles!
was told it was a bad idea.
Aren't we underground?
This whole
Yes.
trip is
It's
a bad idea!
Oh,
And
right, you have
most
46
candles
hours.
use oxygen.
A fire
No.
elemental might not. Maybe it'll be drawn to the candle.
What if
If
it's
you guys,
either a
Do we
steak,
want that or do we not want that?
At least we'll know where he's going.
S-T-A-K-E,
If it
not
goes
the
to the
food,
candle, we'll be
Do you
trapped
guys
in the other
does
room.
anyone have paints or anything like that?
No.
Don't you have craft supplies?
I
Aren't you autistic?
no.
I have a rock
Crayons.
chisel. I have a rock
But you just
chisel.
said, aren't you autistic?
Are you?
I'm also
Are you
sure.
able to do,
I
like danger,
I have ink.
fire.
have ink, but that's not gonna do shit.
Yeah.
Stick your
Or-
hand.
wait,
Ink and
I'll take
write.
my
Wait,
parachute
let me try
and we'll
something. I
hang
have
it
an
on the
idea.
wall.
I have an idea.
That's just need something to
Let
differentiate.
Dimitri talk.
I'm gonna go up to the side of the wall. I'm gonna take all the dancing lights, put them in one giant orb, and then hold out a magnifying glass.
What?
Do you have a magnifying glass?
Yes, I do.
Oh
Trying to burn the
no,
rock.
no! Do the
Can we just do the
the-
freaking?
I'll
Which one?
take out my
Tele-
inkwell,
telescope.
stick my finger in it, and write something.
Danger, fire,
Just anything
elemental.
like
Roll
that.
an
Danger.
intelligence check.
there are like
for
15 different methods of us
Bro.
Natural
differentiating.
20.
Natural
Are you
20.
fucking kidding me?
It
We're
starts
wasting all of
to
our natural
slowly
20s on
burn
dumb
into
shit.
the rock.
I haven't done anything.
And as you
It
do
would
that,
be a 22.
as you do that, she comes over with an inkwell.
And just write over it.
Hello, darling.
It's engraved. Engraved and inked.
All the ink for this.
I have more ink if you need it.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
That's too many.
Fire elemental.
It's
and
important.
and
Underline,
the-
underline,
were different
underline.
Paths, right?
Correct, yeah.
So she had
This is a 6-inch big space. Why are you writing? Where are you fitting all this?
If we have
In
time, I'd like to have this
6
place well take care of that problem. If we have time.
Oh yeah, of course we need to. Yeah. But right
Moving
now,
on.
it's more prescient that we go to the.
I need my rod
There are
out.
people that need our help. Let's go help.
Take my rod out. I'm ready.
Is it more than 6 inches?
Okay, this is the way to one objective, so
Yes.
we take the other way.
Yes, rods are by definition like longer than 6 inches. I don't know why. I don't know why they differentiate between a rod and a wand.
Betas and the alphas.
I got clickers though.
Where do scouts
Isaac,
fall into
lead
this?
the
Alright,
way.
moving on.
Isaac, lead the way.
Yeah,
Isaac, go right.
Yeah, right. Since the steps are to the left, we're going right.
Correct.
Well, fire's to the left.
We
Going
should
that
go
way.
to
We're
the
going
right, yes.
down the way with the heavy traffic, right?
C.
Yes.
Yes.
I follow 10 feet behind you.
Be
Yeah.
mindful for traps and such.
The first
Yep.
light is above my head, and the other 4 just kind of trail off behind it.
If you need me to.
As I'm traveling, I would also like to scout for,
So
look for traps.
I will say, if you're 10 feet ahead of me, you're at the very edge of that dim light.
I think we
I
could
mean, that's
probably walk a little faster in areas that look like it was mined out, and when it looks like it was
Questionable.
impacted, small hole, and then chaos, then we might want to start looking for traps.
The
Yeah.
problem is that they did mention the traps are in locations that are easy to travel through.
They might have put them anywhere. We don't know.
That's fair.
No, I do see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Rush through the
Yeah.
areas that look mined. But
Yeah.
Okay,
I hear-
great.
I hear.
Into the
I travel!
The mine?
Into the
Alright.
thick of it.
You guys continue down
Make it
the
away.
path with the lights where you saw the people walking out. Can I have who is leading the charge? It is Isaac. Alright, can I have you roll a perception check?
Like your favorite terrain just happened to be mountain. Not really.
That would be 14.
14.
I don't think favorite terrain can be mountain.
I don't think you picked
Maybe it
favorite.
I
can
don't think I did.
The closest would be Undergrowth, which that's right.
Just what is pick?
That's my
You guys
favorite.
continue down this mine for probably about 15 or 20 minutes as you're continuing down there. Marching forward, and you start to see the signs of chaos. You can see dropped bags, missing shoes. You can see corpses, a couple of people, of dwarves who have fallen, and also the corpses of a handful of kobolds. Some are kobolds and dwarves. Some are just piles of ash and nothing more. Others are either embedded with arrows or bludgeoned and such. You're looking around, looking at everything in the carnage that is on. Can I have you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Oh, this whole time, by the way, Gale's following him. She's above flying, following
18.
him.
18. You're stepping forward, and you step over a body, and as you step over, the footing out from underneath you falls down. You dive forward into a tuck and roll, dropping, and you can see about a 6-foot pit was dug with spears and stakes sticking upwards.
Halt! Stop. Careful, there's a pit in front of you guys. Over the body.
I just send the light that's right above. I kind of move the light just ahead and send them towards where he points the pit to
Yeah, you
me.
can see there's a pit, like just perfectly in line with the body, just right on it. That way, anybody who steps over it, just right in.
What kind of body?
A dwarf.
I attempt to spare the dying. Cantrip.
If one of you guys are willing, it might be a good idea to move the body.
Yes, I'd just go over and somebody else help me out. Yeah, with the back, try to move the body
I'd like to
a
keep an
little
eye
bit
out
away,
in
like
the direction of
To the
the
side.
Yeah,
way,
to the
just
side,
in case
yeah.
there's someone watching.
Close his eyes.
Requiescat and Hachi.
How big is the gap?
Oh, it was just literally a 6-7 foot hole by 3 feet. It was, it was like 6 by 6 square. So it was like the length of the body. That way, if anybody who stepped over it, but if somebody walked around, they wouldn't be the wiser.
Are there
Oh,
any
so you
like?
can easily go around it.
Yeah, you can easily just walk around it.
Yeah, but I
Just
don't,
walk around.
I don't want anyone else that could possibly
Yeah,
walk
we
this
would
way
Yeah.
and fall into it.
stood and
Yeah, we moved the
We moved the
body,
body.
but
I'm just
should
walking
is
around.
there any like planks of wood that we could use to like cover it? You know?
You can attempt to look around and roll an investigation check. So you can attempt to look around to try to gather
I'll
some
assist you.
material.
I
Terrible.
agree with what you guys are doing, but time is rather limited. We should be quick about this. I'll keep
Okay.
an eye out in the
Let's see,
meantime.
I'll
If
help
I
with that.
if I don't, yeah. Okay, so 16.
Did you have advantage on that?
I said I was
He
helping.
Oh, okay.
16.
I don't-
16? Yeah, it takes you a little bit of time, but you were able to grab some materials and stuff, and you're to makeshift set up some planks and stuff. That way, it covers the hole.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
Let's go.
Proceed on.
At this point, yeah, you guys continue pushing on forward into the cave, and you are still leading.
Yes.
Can I have you roll a second perception check?
That one would be 9.
9. Got it. You guys continue further down into the mines themselves. This time, can I have everybody roll a dexterity saving throw as you guys are going further down into the caves?
If I rolled that high on the perception check, maybe we wouldn't be in this problem.
We are to be alarmed right now.
Oh,
I'm a terrible ranger. I'm bad at finding traps. I keep triggering me.
This is what we needed, Luna.
To be
She
fair,
did
we're
not-
just walking forward, and then there's a trap.
17.
17.
Yeah.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. 15.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
13.
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
5.
11 points of bludgeoning
My
damage.
God.
On that 20.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
14.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. DC was 15.
Oh God.
What was they hit us?
As you were walking by, there was a thin tripwire line that was set up, and just literally like cartoon style, just a large hammer on a pendulum. So they came down. Just the handful
God damn it.
of what is it? So Dove and Dove jumped backwards and Mogan jumped forwards, and you look down at whatever your foot was. So you stopped for a moment, look down whatever your foot, as the four of you were just sidewinded by this as the two ladies jumped in either direction.
Sick.
Coordinated.
I am on my ass.
Took a hit, but it kind of is now just hanging
Wait.
there.
Sorry about that one.
What the fuck? Wait, fuck.
Well,
The dancing lights are still up.
seeing as lives are at stake, we can't exactly travel as carefully as we'd like to in this case. Hence why we're traveling at a slightly faster pace. Otherwise, I'd be much more careful about these traps.
Well, nothing matters if I die.
That is also true.
That's right.
Ow,
Make
my
sure-
head.
Stop hurting Mulligan.
Oh, Mullion.
Why
I'm so
only
tall
Mulligan?
and my head is so small.
Mulligan's our healer!
Fair enough.
Mullion also has
How
one
long does
good
guidance
leg
last?
left.
Yeah, Mulligan's been through enough, damn it!
Fair enough.
I have my traction boot on.
Oh.
How long does guidance last?
Doesn't matter, I didn't cast it on your ass.
Was,
I'm asking.
was
You
aid
can cast it as a
aid's not
reaction,
concentration, right?
No.
As a reaction or as a cantrip?
Well,
Aid.
as a cantrip, but
Yeah.
as a reaction, I thought. But you could class guidance
Not as a reaction. It wouldn't make sense as a reaction.
Well,
Oh,
I
you
mean,
can't
like
say
not
aid
as a
on you.
reaction, but like,
I'm wondering if.
oh, you'd have to.
In
say
In anticipation of something?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
wondering if I
okay.
can cast guidance
It's
on
1
me,
minute.
so I better.
Con 1 minute.
Unless you're literally
Is-
following me
is
every
aid
10 seconds casting
concentration?
aid on me.
No, 8 is not concentration.
Continue forward.
Yeah.
I'll try to
Thank
be.
you for asking, you
I'll try to be a bit more
motherfucking
careful.
He was the one that asked.
Oh, no.
That's fine.
No,
Fuck you, Aiden.
you'll
The
continue
homework.
to push forward.
God.
Are
The
you
homework,
still leading?
Professor.
I'm still leading. Do you guys want to stagger so a direct lines of traps hit one of us doesn't hit all of us?
I mean,
Yeah.
So that's what we
we're
were
already
doing.
10 feet behind you. It's me and you, right?
Yeah.
10 feet behind
It's
you.
weird
I'm
that
last.
it's weird that the tripwire that was out 10 feet in
I'm
front of us
last.
attacked
But the
us.
child who can't do shit for herself
they
and
anticipated
also in
parties
trouble with the
traveling
law
through.
last.
I'm last!
That's fine.
I am.
You're still the one in the lead.
I'm still leading.
Got it. Can I have you roll one more?
8.
Oh God.
down.
know.
This
Got
is
it.
how we die.
This is how we do it.
Use that.
Yay.
I've also, like, never actually really used that one too much, so.
I'll use that for perception because this one's doing great on saving throws.
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
can't see shit with this one, but I can
You have
dodge.
options now.
As you push forward, continuing down, you're looking for over bodies and stuff like that, and you're just trying to check out where you can see, and you come across and you see like this very thin line right across, and you're like, okay, you don't want to pull it. So as you go down and you decide to cut it instead, it's like, okay, that way it won't be pulled and triggered. You pull out a paraffin knife and cut the line. As you cut the line, you just hear as like a series of bells fall and hit the ground. And you realize it was merely just a trip line alarm for if anything hit it, it would trigger some bells. And by cutting the line, you avoided
cut the
jingling
line?
them, but at the same time, you ended up triggering them. And
Aren't you like a criminal?
Excuse me, you didn't see me cut the line. None of you saw me cut the line. Something must have noticed us. Get back.
I hate you.
What?
You
I'm
are.
gonna. Well, so here's the thing. You're at the very edge of the dim light, so we can kind of see
Damn
you.
it.
I like your
I
thoughts.
also like how he
Inside
saw.
check.
I also like how he saw the line
roll
and
a
was like,
deception check.
Hey guys, there's a line. Instead of going, hey guys, there's a line here. Snap.
Are you kidding me?
Alright, so you know what's funny is we wouldn't have been able to
That's
see him,
funny.
so he would have had to get down on the ground, us not trip over him.
22.
22.
And he cuts it fine.
15, you believe him?
Oh,
shit.
No, hold on. You have to literally dive to this line before we fucking trampled you and cut it. You have to be like immediately instead of investigating it. We were going hand to shoulder at a hastily pace.
I was very careful to make sure you guys didn't triple line. Okay.
How quickly did you whip out these fucking shears and dive at this line?
No, it wasn't even shears. It was a knife. So you just like chop.
I was gonna say dagger.
You like fucking
Throwing
Joe Rogan.
dagger.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Alright.
you can hear the bells as they hit the ground. It echoes through the cave, leaving out this chiming noise as both sets on either side crash into the ground. At this very moment, you don't hear anything other than that, but you know that a loud noise has been taken.
If you guys want to make some lights around the chamber and take cover otherwise.
Send
If I have a health potion,
I
I'm taking one.
leave the one light. Actually, the one that's directly above me. I move over Izak, and then the other 3.
Don't put a light above me.
You have mentioned that earlier, right?
I'm better without light.
I leave the one light above me, and then I send the other ones. They just need to be within 20 feet, so I'm gonna go like 15 feet, 15. Just send them in front of us.
Emboldening bond between you two. Emboldening bond.
What's that do?
Second star.
So yeah, what is ever you send up the lights around you?
How
what is
tall
it?
is the
I'm just trying to get
ceiling
an
of this
idea of the
cave?
area.
Right now in the cave that you're in? About 10 or 15 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna activate.
Probably about 12. Probably right in between. It's 12 feet.
I'm gonna activate Theta, and try to throw him onto the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like just go.
For the next 10 minutes, when you guys are within
Can
30
Theta
put it
bounce
feet of
on
each other,
vertical surface?
Yeah.
you guys
Yep.
can
Yep.
add
It has a
a
climbing speed
D4
also.
to any to an attack roll and a
Got it.
creative
Can I just
attack
have you
or
roll a
saving throw
d20 to see if
once per
Theta's
turn.
able to, if you're able to get Theta to stay?
Oh,
Attack
hold on,
ability
hold
or
on.
what?
I'd like
Saving?
to also
Or
go to the
saving
left
throw
side of
once
the
per turn for the
cave
next 10 minutes.
and
Get
watch
within 30 feet of each other.
down the
Use it.
direction of where
Just trying to
anything
see
would be
what
coming
not.
from. I can see
We got
90 feet
this.
away in
I
dark
take
vision.
out my sword.
Dimitri's like,
I also
brothers,
grab my
boys,
bow and just, well, this is me just getting ready.
I was gonna say when I send the dancing lights, I'm trying to just scan the air and see if I see any sort of movement or.
Yeah, you can see. I'll roll a quick perception check.
Yeah.
I tell Gail to stay above Izak and like just kind of hang out in the top. So that way she's has eyes
I
on
said a
you.
13.
13. You can see a little bit of light actually ahead, so you get the sense that the encampment is actually not too far off from where you guys are at. And where you're,
I haven't
where
noticed
you guys
any,
are
like-
at currently, you can see discarded picks, axes. You've crossed more bodies and stuff like that. As you continue pushing forward, the carnage has only increased.
I have 2 questions. And this is just based off that 13. Where we are now, it's still the tunnel doesn't open up immediately, right?
No.
You said there was the encampment, like where the light is. That
There's a light ahead of you, and you
It looks like it's
presume
kind of-
that that's the encampment.
Okay, but for like this area here, right through the dancing lights ahead, it's still the same.
Yeah.
Cavern. So there was no like motion or anything that I
Oh,
caught.
no, you didn't pick up on it.
Any
I'm gonna pull the lights back then.
How long does Theta last?
any dead bodies
An
that
hour.
look like they're intact or unconscious bodies, I'm going for.
Can I have you roll a perception check?
All right. You said you're pulling the lights back.
Yeah, but this it would have been out there for like that quick like 10, 15 seconds for me to process all that, and then after realizing that we're still in this tunnel, immediately just pull them back to try to.
Do you want a regular or a disadvantage?
If you don't have dark vision, then it will be at disadvantage.
17.
17. All of these bodies, all the bodies that you do see are passed as you go over and checking each one of them.
Wow, I'm good at noticing that everyone's dead around me.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you check about-
god.
You check about 10 bodies in all.
There was a verbal. Oh no, never mind. I didn't attempt that on any of them. So okay, they're all dead. So they're all dead. What?
Theta has a climbing speed of 15 feet. So
Did
if
you roll a d20 to see if you...
oh sure. 18.
18? Yeah, you're able to.
Spider Theta. Spider
I do have a
Theta.
question. Looking down the cavern, do I see anything coming down at us? Like, coming at us from that direction?
You roll a perception check.
And I'm creating
Actually, let
Eldritch
me use
Cannon.
yours.
Better or
12.
worse? Better or worse?
Better, but
That?
it was that.
That's a 7.
Yeah, so 12.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
worse.
you
know,
That's
11.
worse. He got a 13.
Did you ever take the win?
When you put it like
Oh,
this,
no,
that's
my-
a
yeah, I
1.
was gonna
That's
do
a
that.
7.
Mine would have been better.
Do you want an option?
I thought you said
No, I don't want
Maho
any-
would have done better.
Yeah, you don't see
Maho.
anything moving towards you in the
Maho.
direction of the light. You all continue. Is anybody doing anything else? You guys are continuing to move forward, correct?
Yeah.
Actually,
it's-
oh, how far
I
does the
have
camp
my
look from
sword
here?
out.
Or does anyone able to see it?
Probably
Uh-oh.
60
Um,
to 80 feet.
Do you guys want to let me go first? I can get their attention if you guys want to set up an ambush point here.
Affirmative.
Okay.
I'd like that idea.
Especially since you already have Theta on the roof.
Well, I can move him, but
Try and do it within a
I'm
couple of
gonna-
minutes. These two are bonded.
I was gonna say I'm gonna. I'll be about like 10 to 15 feet behind you, but still moving up. So like the second you come running in, I'm just like, sword.
Do any of you guys have avoided? Well, you guys will be able to see down the cavern.
I'm gonna keep one of the lights above me.
How are you guys going to? We just have to establish how are you guys going to know that I'm in front of them. You gotta make sure that should you guys all attack, make sure you don't hit me. And how can you guys tell it's not me?
If I'm mind linked, if you could just.
I have
tell me
Gale
where
following
are.
you.
I can't see you, so I would never attack you.
How far does mine link go again?
If you're within 40
You can't
feet.
see him. It's dark.
I'm going to set up a snare trap, but
What's that
I'll
look?
put something there to determine that you should avoid it, because if you step in it, you will get pulled up into the air.
Show me where you put the trap.
If there is like a narrow pathway from the camp to the room that we're in, I'm gonna try to put the snare. I'm gonna cast snare in that area, so it's a 5-foot radius circle on the ground. Yeah,
Am I able to see it? I guess not.
it's nearly invisible, requiring a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC.
Can I borrow some of your ink?
Discerned.
A line on the wall so I know where it is.
On the
and
floor. You should do it on the floor.
If it's on the floor, the kobolds might realize there's something there and it'll look like a line, so they might jump over it. If it's on the wall, they might not take notice.
Okay, just as long as you don't run into it.
Yeah, I'm the one who has to avoid it.
If I see a kobold, I will cast Spiritual Weapon in the opening. That's my trigger, and that's my spell.
I will go in there, see if I can kill at least a couple of them, draw their attention, and bring them back here.
Yeah, now you roll a stealth check.
Better be stealthy. Luna's watching.
Tofan's watching.
Luna's
Tall
watching.
fans watching.
Tofan stole a necklace in front of everyone,
14.
and no one realized it.
Well, that's good, but
Luna needs to get on that level.
Yeah, Tofan was the OG of stealth.
Luna
Lit-
stole
If I was
Tarkish
level
money.
5, I would have
for
passed without a
something.
trace.
You did not
Um,
succeed in that.
As you push forward without they all stay behind in this moment, and you push forward, and there's this gap where you escape the light, and all of you
You're
watch
not
as he just disappears into the darkness, up until you get to this
You need to be crouched.
entrance, and you can see as you approach closer and closer, you can see that they were digging in here. Like, this is a mine tunnel, and they were digging. What had happened is, as they were all focusing on this one area, this section caved inwards into a literal kobold camp. And the second you step up and are bathed in the dim light that is these torches that are lit around the camp, 2 arrows come shooting out from either side. That's you.
Well, fuck.
Daniel,
He's like dead.
there was literally a moment where someone opened the case to show that you
18 to hit.
Tofan went,
That hits.
and no one saw it.
Wow.
I rolled so
And-
high, no one else rolled high enough to see it. It's like, it's gone.
And 22 to hit.
That also hits.
Got it.
He's like
Gosh
dead.
darn it.
You take 6 points of piercing damage and 6 points of piercing damage.
Hell. It's just like
You take 12 points of piercing damage total, as from opposite sides, not inside, but outside where you are standing, shoot in from either side. As you were shot from opposite sides right into the side of your body. At the same time, 4 arrows are going off towards you guys. So first one is going to be. Let's get a little bit of a cave going up.
Wait, we're all going in?
No.
No, we're behind.
No, the arrows
Oh.
are just shooting
Shooting.
out.
I'm gonna
Oh.
throw
Nick.
this up just so we have a line for you guys to go down. For you guys. So the side towards Andres is where Andres' character is at, and further down is where you guys are at.
Okay,
So you guys.
there.
I'm gonna
Established.
be like 10 to 15 feet.
Where's the line on the wall?
I
Where
don't
are
know,
you?
behind him somewhere.
Hold
Well,
on.
we said it was about 80 feet, so I imagine this entire thing you guys are like.
William,
very-
where are
very
you?
back.
No,
I would be
I
towards
said
the
I
go
was 10 to 15 feet behind you.
Oh, even
I
as I
thought
was
we were
trying to
luring
stealth?
everybody into this cavern.
Yeah.
I
You
would
guys
I
would be
would
way
have
further.
actually, if you were trying to stealth, I would have said like 20 feet back.
Wherever you want to put the line.
There's fine.
And that line was when somebody crosses it, we attack. That's what it was.
When somebody
that's
steps
a-
on that, they will be magically restrained if they fail.
Did you?
On that
Dexterity
spot,
saving
they have
throw.
to step in that spot.
Yeah.
Just Nick,
Alright,
to
then-
clarify,
But they can't see where it is. But
you said the arrows that came at him came from before the opening.
Yeah, he's not in the. He had stepped up to where the wall caved in. Like there's kind of like a 6-foot hole that is rock that is caved into this area, and he's looking in to what this
Oh,
next chamber is. They've come from either side. At the same time, one shot is going at Mulian, one shot is going at Soot, one shot is going at Mogan, and one shot is going at Dimitri.
Okay.
4 of you.
damn, these guys are snipers.
So
I'm safe.
I was hoping I was going to be near invisible to them.
In the darkness, yes.
First one is on Dimitri. That is a 20 total to hit.
Shield.
Shit, got it. Next one is on Mogan. That one is a 15 total to hit.
Hits.
That hits.
Yep.
That is 3 points of
piercing.
piercing damage.
Ouch.
Actually, no, it's bludgeoning damage, not piercing.
Not to combat.
My apologies. Next one is a non-natural 20 on Soot.
That hits.
They hit.
And
I'll cast shield.
you cast shield too.
Why not?
Got it. And the last one
Only
is
have
on
3 first
Mulian,
slots.
and that is an 11 to hit.
I cast shield now.
Yeah. 11 misses. It goes over. As you guys look around, these arrows come from the walls at you. They go.
Go from.
What's everyone's passive perception? The 5 of you.
13.
10.
12.
13.
Oh yeah, you used to use 18.
19 by the time we
Um,
ended.
Was it? All of you are above anyone who has a passive above a 12 notices
I'm at 12.
12 or above you. Notices like 2 or 3 figures dart backwards, and there's holes in the wall about 2 feet wide. These holes that are like up in the top corners of the caves, and you see like a glint as something backs up into it. So, gonna have everybody roll initiative. We'll get
Okay.
started now.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Wait,
here we
is
go.
it-
Nice.
Here we go.
Ability check
Oh,
attackers and saving throw against
Mom.
ND4. One within 30 feet of Morgan.
That would be
Yeah.
attack
Does
and
that
saving
does
throw.
initiative count for ability check attack?
Ability attack roll initiative is
Please.
yeah, initiative is an ability.
Thank God.
Dex.
Oh.
My pretty D4. Ow,
22,
this one hurts.
20 to 25.
25.
Oh my God.
Why?
I rolled a nat
Jesus.
20 and then a 4 and a +1, so 25.
26. No.
Loser, you should have been higher.
If I was care, I could have been. I could have had a 27.
Dimitri, 25. 15 to 20.
18.
16.
18 is
I gave you plus 10. I rolled an
Isaac.
Plus-
16 is Mulian. 10 to 15.
8. Wow, guys.
5 to 10.
8.
5.
Nick, I do have a question for you.
Oh.
And our bouncing baby boy at a whopping 3.
Oh. Oh.
Natural one.
I also rolled a nat 1, but the D4 helps.
Should we do it the way that
Troy
Troy does it?
Do I get an extra turn? I rolled a 20.
Yeah, mine would have also been
Troy
a
did it
3.
is that if you rolled a natural 1 on your initiative
Just
roll,
a-
you
just
lost
a
the
roll.
first.
It's a critical
I
failure.
already lost my first turn because I can't see them.
I do
No,
have
he
a-
made it. You just like lose your first turn and the whole round goes without you.
Okay. I do have a question though.
Tempted because it's more brutal.
Yeah.
Sure.
I do have a question because his D4, it's a once per turn thing. So how does that factor with using it for the initiative?
We'll reset at the end of your turn.
Okay, so for this current turn, I don't
It
get it.
is used, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
You wanted to use it on your initiative.
Yep.
You used it on your initiative.
That's perfect. I literally asked if I could.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off with Dimitri.
You
You see it, and that you see something back up, and as you look, you can see actual like 2-foot holes that are carved into the wall. They're in like the top corners where it's hard to see.
do I have any ideas like how far they backed up, or just that they backed
No idea how far they backed up. They just
Okay.
into the darkness.
up?
Because you have the lights behind you, right?
There's one directly over my head, and then it trails off behind me.
Okay, yeah. The one directly over your head, you can see the. They just bounce backwards out of eyesight.
Okay. I'm gonna go. There's one on either side.
There's 4 in total on where you guys are standing. And you can see there are other ones in like different spots, kind of like scattered out.
I'm gonna go on my right, so closer to me. You said there was one. There's a figure on either side, right?
What was that?
There was a figure on either side where the arrow
Yeah,
came
there's 2
from.
on each side.
Oh, there's 2 on each side.
There
I'm
were
go-
4 shots that were from
Yeah.
different holes.
Okay. Going to my right, so closer to me, towards whichever is the closest hole. I'm just gonna try and get up right next to it and just stab into it.
Got it. Yeah, you stab it. You climb up. It's it's a 10, 15. Can I have you make a quick athletics check?
15.
15. Yeah, you're able to. You quickly, kind of like just quick step up real fast and 1, 2, stab in, and you don't meet any resistance. You just meet air as you come back down, hit the ground. There was nothing. You didn't make any purchase. There was nothing to be made purchase on in there.
Okay. I'm going to move like 10 feet forward.
Okay.
15. Yeah, perfect right there. I used my action right, so I can't. The action was to
Yeah,
stab
that was
it.
the attack.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna have you roll.
Yeah,
there
there's
was
nothing
nothing there. I
there.
wasn't gonna have you roll and be
Yeah.
like, oh man, natural 20, you hit.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Natural,
Natural
one.
1, you twist your ankle falling back.
Your sword is now stuck in the hole.
It would be great if you were your rabbit. You could have chased them down the hole.
Could've.
You would
Yeah,
have
it
been
was,
short
it
enough.
was a 3-foot rabbit.
You would have been short enough. It was a 2-foot
That's-
diameter hole. You
Oh.
could crouch and fucking go down there. What?
I said, oh, that's cute.
That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Got it. Next up is Ezek.
Do I see any enemies?
Roll a quick perception check.
18.
18. You see as they back up too, that there are one hole on each side of you that they were firing out of. You can see that you can see one backed up, the other one still in it, and ahead of you is the kobold camp, and there are a number of kobolds walking around throughout there.
I'm aiming at the nearest kobold.
Got it. That'd be the one over to just literally 15 feet away from you on the side. Roll your shot.
I would actually like
Wait,
to.
do you mean in the camp or just the nearest one to you?
I mean, I can see the one that's in the.
Roll, yeah.
Oh.
If I have a shot on it, I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark on it as my bonus action. Immediately taking 3 shots at it.
Got it. 3 shots.
3 shots.
Dread Ambusher. At your first turn, if I take an attack action, I can add a 3rd attack action, and that one also has an extra 1d8 on that hit.
My God.
What is that?
He fancy.
Dread Ambusher.
Oh.
It's only my first turn though.
Wow, wow,
That's
wow.
why I said I like ambushing. My first action shot with the longbow is 24.
Misses. I'm joking. Yes, that hits. It's a
I was just
fucking-
like, wow, okay, total
I had
cover.
a brief flashback to last week. Like, oh fuck, what did we just do?
Oh
It's
yeah.
actually a red dragon, not a kobold. But you know,
I'm
it's
pretty sure 24 would still hit a red dragon.
an ancient red dragon.
Okay, never mind.
Actually, it's Niv-Mizzet, or what is it?
Oh, they're a level above.
What's the
Ancient.
Oh. I'd be surprised if it was above 20.
No, it's just like what's that?
I know the
name?
one you're talking about, the 2 concentration,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
The first shot's 14.
First shot, 14 points of damage.
14 damage.
My God.
Niv-Mizzet. Yeah, he only has a 22.
Oh.
Between
We
the
immediately
eyes.
take 2. I immediately. I can't move the hunter's mark until the
Oh, yeah, it
bonus
takes a
action
bonus
of,
action to move it.
on
Yeah.
my next turn.
Yeah, it's
Well.
dead.
2 shots into the camp.
Got it.
First one, whichever the nearest one of the camp is.
Got it. Right there.
That would be a 16.
16. 16. That one hits.
That one's 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And the last
The
shot.
theta check would be. You would
The last shot is
Theta
24.
would be directly above me.
And
This snare
because
trap, I
this
placed.
one's my last
I tried to
shot,
place it in.
We have none.
that one would have 2d8 of damage.
The snare or the
The one thing that's on
11.
11
we
points of
had
damage
dim
on the,
lights.
on the
I
last
feel
shot,
like
or
we
11 to
would
hit.
be
On the
Oh,
last,
prepare-
on
preparing.
the last shot was 11. I
What?
forgot to roll,
Would you have,
and I would have aimed at the same one.
yeah.
Total, that would have been 17
We're not
points of
blind.
damage.
So what was your to hit on the last shot?
Oh, my last shot was 24 to hit.
Oh, okay, yeah. You watch as well, you can see one of these kobolds walking across like these planks that are set up in between these tents. You watch as you just one sort of into the head. You fall 10 feet off and splat into the ground below as you take out a second one.
As they're all looking at me, I just do this and run.
Into snare.
Also, on my
Done.
first turn, I have an additional 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Hit the
This
snare.
is 25. I would like to use my remaining 15 to jump. If
Yeah.
that's
Have you roll a quick acrobatics check?
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Wait,
Those
those
4 holes that I picked up, were they over here?
14.
I am facing this way. I'm looking at the holes right now.
14 on the
14?
acrobatics.
Yeah. Jump over it, no problem.
That's literally all of my movement, everything. I have nothing else.
Got it. Mulian!
My bonus action
That is my first turn, and
I
that is my
already
best
cast
turn. I am
Spiritual
downhill from
Weapon.
here, guys.
right here.
Got it.
And then, do I see any enemies through the slits?
Where you're at? No.
No? Okay.
Before around you had backed up further into the tunnel.
Okay. In that case, I cast Invisible Mage Hand inside one of the slits with my fingers like that. Poke him in the eyes.
Got it.
Literally.
Alright. Got it. As you guys are huddling back and gathering your stuff, you can hear 2 shots come out from behind you guys. First one's aimed at Dove. Second one's aimed at Mulian.
Hi. What? Oh no.
Get shot.
Oh shit.
Once again, we're not able to prepare for a fight.
We're good. We got this.
Are we?
Yeah.
We're surrounded.
We're
at least
good.
from this side.
That first one is on Dove, and that is an 11.
It,
That's a fucking
I
hit.
got an 11.
3 points of damage.
Okay.
Next shot is on Mulian, and that is a 17.
7.
Shield.
Shield? Okay.
Have you gone yet?
He didn't shield. Yeah, he went.
Oh no, but you didn't shield
I
yet.
didn't shield it.
Okay, you shield,
Me and you
block
shield.
it.
Mine's
This one comes now is shooting at Dimitri.
Okay.
You see as an arrow pulls up. Let me roll a dex save to see if they
They hit the trap.
They do not hit the trap, but I'm gonna give them disadvantage on the roll because of the poking fingers in one of the holes. Or I rolled a 5 on his dex, and he like hits something as he pulls out his sling to fire. So disadvantage on that. Oh yeah, I rolled a 4 and a 5. You just see a rock go by.
Did I get hit with an arrow last time or a rock?
It was a rock. It was a sling. It was a sling. Not even. It was not.
bludgeoning.
It was not a bow. It
Oh
was a sling.
no, the blood. You said the bludgeoning hammer was.
Oh,
from
no,
the,
you're right, I got hit
was
by-
from the little hammer.
Yeah, but there are no arrows. These are all slings. They're just hurling rocks at you guys.
Mark
No,
you
that
just
is
rotate me
for
facing Ezak.
Ezak. That's
Facing Ezak.
13 to hit.
On me?
Yeah.
I have 14.
14. All right. Rock. You move your head out of the way. The rock goes by, and you could see that ones are like in the tunnel, and they're like pulling that, firing in little things, and 2 have dropped down behind you guys, and you can.
Oh, behind Dove.
Aye.
2 drop down, and then 4. So 2 more drop down from behind you guys. Also take 1 more shot at Dove and 1 more shot at Mulian. That is a 2, so that misses Dove.
Yay!
And that is a 16, and you still have shield up. So even if that did hit, it does not. So these rocks go by. One bounces off of this illusory shield that you have in front of you. And you can just see these little rocks go flying by you guys from behind. And it is now Dove's turn. So there are 4 behind you guys, and 2 are in the hole.
Can I see the 4 behind us?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
No.
There should
No.
still be. There's lights there.
There are lights there.
Yeah,
Oh.
'cause there was. I haven't moved them because I think you have to like do some bonus actions. So I was here. So there's one here, and then it's like I would say a 10-foot gap because each one
Okay,
gives
so
a
then
10
you guys
lights,
are all
so
in considered
10 bump,
all
bump,
in
bump.
actual
Yeah.
light.
Our whole
So
area
I
is.
can see?
Yeah, there is no
Yay.
dim or dark light or anything.
Yeah,
You
our
guys-
whole.
You guys can see
Alright.
just fine.
Yeah, I would make sure
If I
that
lure them in closer.
above us is
Yeah, you
all
can see them.
lit.
Okay, great.
Is all
I'll
what
turn,
I imagined.
and there's 4 of them.
I thought
Yeah.
I was going to be running a gauntlet back to you guys.
If possible, there would have been 1 from me,
And he's just
2 over the rest of the party, and then 1 probably about like 5 or 10 people.
I
I think I have to
shoot
use a bonus action to move them or something.
out Witch Bolt.
Got it. Roll your attack.
Okay, so my rod gives me plus 1 spell attack.
Just
So
water, water, and ice. Water and ice.
that
Plus 1 to the spell attack,
Yeah.
not an additional spell attack. Natural 1.
Thank you.
Isn't Witch Bolt more than 1, or is it just a single attack?
It's just a single attack.
Like when she gets tired, she's
Okay. Yeah, that's probably at level 5.
Can I use
Okay.
my reaction to say something to Dimitri?
Yeah.
Dimitri, we should back up. Okay.
I'm done.
Got it. Morgan, you're up.
Great. Where's the
I
bathroom?
turn around and Eldritch Blast.
Roll your
Ah,
attack.
like,
That's very cocked. Hold on. 14 plus 5.
14 plus 5, that hits.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a
One
lot of
gets
damage.
Knocked down. You watch as 2 more kobolds jump down from tunnels. So now there was 4 minus 1, 3, so there's now 5 there.
And I do it again, too.
They're 5 over here.
10.
10 to hit.
Yeah.
10 misses. You fire out, and one goes, ah! Jumps out of the way, ah! And pulls up and goes to fire.
Behind you, right?
Yeah.
What?
Soot, you're up.
5 behind me? Or, sorry, I didn't know
There's-
this one.
No, there's 5 over behind Dove. Is it 2 behind Soot?
Yeah.
And there's none in the middle, right?
Yep.
Now?
Yep.
I have dark vision for 60 feet. If I turn around, do I see the kobolds behind us?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they grouped up closely together, or are they kind of
They're
spread
kind of in a
out?
firing line.
They're in a firing line. Okay.
Easy.
Show them, show kobolds why they're not worthy of being dwarves.
You already used your reaction to talk.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So the wording of catapult, if I cast it and throw it at a distant target, does it hit every target up to that target? Is it on a line?
I would not consider that. No,
Okay.
I would
I think
consider
it's generally
it
a
would.
singular target.
It's not you're pointing at something and you're firing it at them, and if it hits them,
It stops.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna use theta.
Oh.
Yeah.
it
I-
doesn't say lightning bolt. So I
No,
wouldn't
no,
consider
it's a weird.
lightning bolt says everybody in the line has to make the saving throw.
No, it's worded where it flies straight 90 feet, and
in a direction you
if
choose.
the object would strike a creature, it has to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like,
if I
if they're in
target
a
a
line, it's
space
like, oh, the first one
on the
saved.
other side.
Well,
Yeah,
now
but
it's
it's a
gonna.
firing line also.
Yeah, it's
so.
gonna keep going, but it
You know
only
what a
hits.
firing line is?
Oh, you're
Oh,
It's a
horizontal
firing
line.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all lined
I
up,
thought-
firing like if next to each other,
I
shoulder to shoulder.
misunderstood.
Yeah.
Muskets.
I also.
So it would only be one.
Yeah, they're not in a row.
If it wasn't a straight,
They're not
line,
like lined up behind, like doing some like multi-handed